All right, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome to the stream. How is everyone? DSP here live. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. It is Sunday. Sunday. It is Salty Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The return of Salty Sunday for you guys. I haven't done a Salty Sunday in a while, that's for sure. Hold on here while I update stream stats. There we go. You might say, why is this a salty Sunday? What's going on? If you guys remember, you may not, because I don't know how, many of you, maybe newer viewers who have only started watching me over the past several months, I'm not sure. But some of you may be longtime viewers as well, so allow me to explain. Last year, I bought a Nintendo Switch, and the thing malfunctioned, crapped out, and therefore I said, well, I'm not going to get another one. I don't have money for it. I guess I'm just not going to have a Switch. Then a very, very generous fan donated a new Nintendo Switch to me in the month of June, okay? Now, when they did this, there really wasn't a lot of games that had come out for the Switch at that point. In particular, there was really nothing that I wanted to play on the Switch that was like a console exclusive or anything like that. But Ultra Street Fighter 2 really had released. It had already been out for several weeks by the time that I had received my Nintendo Switch. And if you guys are not aware, I am a former professional fighting game player in the capacity, not that I did it for a living, because no one did it for a living back in the day when I played it at a competitive level. You couldn't make enough money playing fighting games to be called a professional. But I was a high-level tournament player, 4th place at EVO, top player of Street Fighter 2 that year overall in the country. And then after that, years I had won, qualifiers, various qualifiers for EVO, and, done pretty good in tournaments overall in Street Fighter 2 over the years. So Street Fighter 2 is the game that I am the best at competitively when it comes to fighting games. I'm not the best player, but it's the one I'm the best at in a competitive setting, okay? So, I played Ultra Street Fighter 2 over the course of the summer of 2017. And it was something that I went back to sometimes once a week. It was a fun thing to do, although admittedly, Ultra Street Fighter 2 is the worst version of Street Fighter 2 that's ever been ported for online capability. If you actually play the game offline, it's not so bad. Meaning if you just play with a friend on your Switch, it's not so bad. But for online play, it's one of the worst Street Fighters ever created. There's massive lag, okay? The player base is small because it's a Switch exclusive. So just at its core, you're going to get innately worse connections anyway. And then as if the lag weren't bad enough, the game regularly drops inputs and gives you the wrong input when you're trying to do a special move or whatever, which is really annoying. And then on top of all of that, in some kind of very bizarre design choice, when Capcom released Ultra Street Fighter 2 on the Switch, they had 3 new characters they added to the game. Akuma, who was tweaked for the game. He was always the secret boss character that was banned from tournaments in this game because he was overpowered. He has an air fireball. All right. Violent Ken, who's incredibly overpowered. He's got a dragon punch that's the best in the game. It's nearly invincible the entire time. You could spam it online and can't really do anything against it because of the lag. And he has a teleport move that allows you to teleport behind your opponent and then mash Dragon Punch. And the game is so delayed online, you can't block it. So basically, Violent Ken is a character that you can know nothing about Street Fighter, and you can actually do incredibly well just because you can mash this incredibly overpowered move online. And then they have Evil Ryu. Now, Evil Ryu, out of the 3 characters that are overpowered in this game, is probably the worst. But still, he has capacity. If he lands 1 Hurricane Kick, he can do like a 50% combo. It's pretty ridiculous. So, these are the 3 new characters they added to Ultra Street Fighter 2, trying to say, oh, this is a new game, and, this is great because there's new characters or whatever. That being said, it's okay to add overpowered characters to a game if you're selling a new version, but it's not okay to allow them in online ranked play, which they did. So they put in 3 characters that are blatantly better than the rest of the game because they're basically OP boss characters, but then they allowed them in online ranked play. I mean, it's the biggest boneheaded, stupid move I've ever seen in a fighting game ever. And basically, Capcom just didn't give a shit. They never patched the game to update the online code. They never, made it so that you can disable those characters. They just didn't care. They knew when they released Ultra Street Fighter 2 for the Switch last year that it was the only competitive fighting game on the console, and they knew that it would sell tons regardless of the fact that it was a bad version. So that's all they did. They took their money and ran and never bothered to try to improve the game whatsoever. So over the course of the summer of 2017, I played Ultra Street Fighter 2 a lot. And I actually got really high up in the rankings at one point. But it's stupid because the game's point-based system is so broken. You could face someone with a terrible internet connection who's just spamming Dragon Punches with Violent Ken. He beats you and earns like 200 ranking points. Then you beat him back, you earn 1. So the whole system is broken as fuck. It doesn't make sense. I don't care about rankings in this game, alright? But after a whole summer of playing this on and off, usually it was during the weekends on like a Sunday, and that's when I started calling it Salty Sundays. Because I would play this game and get so full of rage because the online play was so bad, and the game itself, in my opinion, Street Fighter 2 in particular, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is the final version of the game that this game is based on, okay, is the best fighting game of all time, and it always will be until some, fighting game company decides to step up and try to make another game of this caliber. It's got the best variety of gameplay. You've got characters that are grapplers, characters that are projectiles, characters that can fly around the screen, very agile, but also slow lumbering characters that are very damaging. You've got hybrids. There's a lot of variety in the character selection of Street Fighter 2, all right? It's a game that has high-level footsies, reactionary gameplay, anti-airs, setups. This is the game that laid the foundation for all other fighting games. And that's the God's honest truth. It really did. Street Fighter 2 laid the groundwork off of which all future fighting games was based. So when you play or watch someone play Street Fighter 2, you're basically getting an education on the history of fighting games just by watching the game. Okay? Pretty cool. Now, I love this game. However, understand two things. Number one, I am very good at Street Fighter 2, and I could play with any character in this game. In fact, any character in Street Fighter 2 can be played at a tournament level. They're not all super viable. Like, for example, Blanca, Cammy, Zangief. They're not great. They could be played pretty, nicely by someone who's a character specialist, but in general, they have some really bad matchups, in particular against projectile-style characters, all right? But that being said, in this game, you could pretty much play any character and get some wins. So today I'm planning on playing a variety of characters. I might even be asking Stream Chat, what character do you want to see me play? And pick it for, a couple rounds or whatever. We're going to see. But the other thing you got to pair that with, the fact that I have a lot of knowledge of the game and it's my favorite game and I've won tournaments in it. The other factor is the game is just terrible online. All right? Massive delay. And like I already mentioned, dropped inputs. So there may be massive... Oh, here we go. This person made a huge mistake. Time for a giant punish that, in a tournament level match, you would completely destroy them. Oh, dropped my input. Didn't even get a move. Well, now the round's screwed. And that's kind of what this game is. It's just a comedy of errors in a lot of ways. A really missed opportunity for Capcom to try to actually put a competitive version of a Street Fighter game on a console like this. So a few things. Number one, I fully expect it's going to be laggy. No matter who I play, what characters it's going to be laggy. And it's going to be bad. It's not going to be representative of my playing this game in an offline setting. I just want you guys to understand that. I could play this game at a very high level, but that's without lag. This game is going to have massive lag, and there's nothing you can do about it. You got to accept it. Of course, I'm still going to rage in a situation where maybe I should have won or I should have been able to do something against some abusive asshole. But understand that I'm not taking it too seriously. Like I said, I don't care about my rankings. If people want to see me pick Fei Long, who's not a very good character in the game, I'll fucking pick him anyway, regardless of the fact that I might lose 400 ranking points, because I really don't give diddly dick about ranking points in this game. They're completely worthless. Okay? So just to clear the air there, this is not an opportunity for me to try to, let me get massive ranks and get top 10 in the game. I don't care. All right. The game is not even worth it. The other thing is most of the player base of this game has fallen off, meaning people who were casually playing this game over the course of 2017, because it was the only fighting game on Switch, don't play the game anymore. They've moved on to other stuff. So chances are the only people remaining are people who are going to be the online lag abusers. Again, people who pick Akuma and just jump and throw air fireballs the whole round, which is completely unbeatable in this game. People who pick Violent Ken and just mash Dragon Punch the entire round. There's nothing you can do about these people. You will lose. Unless you want to beat them, join them, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play the game at a capacity where I'm trying to play it at a high level for what it's supposed to be. So no, I'm not going to be picking Akuma or Violent Ken or Evil Ryu or any of these characters that are overpowered, because I actually prefer an actual competitive game, an actual fun game, and especially a game where I know the fundamentals of all the core characters versus a game where they purposely put in 3 overpowered broken characters for scrubs who don't know how to play the game and still want to mash out online wins, all right? So, there you go. And hopefully you guys enjoyed today's session. We're calling it Salty Sunday, the return of Ultra Street Fighter 2. Let's see how it goes. If people enjoy it, maybe I'll bring back Ultra Street Fighter 2 from time to time. But the thing is, there's really no reason to do that. Reason being, the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection is supposed to be coming out sometime in May. We don't know when. But, and we're talking roughly 2 months, we should have a brand new version of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo that is playable online for modern consoles, meaning PS4 and Xbox One, meaning just innately, by default, when you release a game for those consoles, you're going to have a wider player base, therefore resulting in better connections. So, this should be good. We'll see what happens today. If not, worst case scenario, if this is a dud, don't worry. There will be a better, hopefully, a better version of Street Fighter 2 coming out within the next couple of months. Sounds good? All right. So let me go ahead and update stream stats yet again. Thank you to Infinite for the cheer. Let's update this. And yes, it should be noted, I am going to try to have stream stats on the screen during this stream. I'm going to try to leave them at the bottom of the screen so they don't really interfere with the gameplay. If I put them at the top, they'd be blocking the energy bars and the timer, so I don't want to do that. If I put it off to the side, it may block the super meter. We'll see. We'll see where the best spot is, okay, as we play. Maybe I'll move it. Maybe we'll see as I get into a match here where the best spot is for it, okay? So that's today's stream. It's going to be, yes, roughly 4 hours. Oh my god, I know. 4 hours of Ultra Street Fighter 2. And like I said, what I may do is do some challenges where I ask you guys in the stream chat, you know, who do you want to see? Who do you want to see me play as? And people shout out, oh, you know, try Guile, try Zangief, try Ryu, try Vega, try Balrog, try m.bison, you know, try Dalzim. And I will. I'll try to play a set or two with those characters and see how I can do, because I can play with every character in this game. So it should be pretty fun. And also, as I play the game, I will try to explain things that are going on in the matches, so that for those of you who actually want to learn a little bit about Street Fighter 2, you may actually learn some fundamentals, some strategies, and some things in general about the game. I want this to be entertaining, but I also want it to be a little bit of educational about the game so that maybe you can learn a little bit about it, okay? So that's going to be the point of the stream, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, okay? That is it for today's stream. It's only this stream. So if you're not into fighting games, Ultra Street Fighter 2, sorry, I apologize. That's all I'm doing today, later tonight. I got some personal stuff I'm taking care of, and I'm going to be also releasing the weekend preview over on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs. Tomorrow, I return to a full day of streaming. It's going to be the final kind of downtime day before new releases start this week. It's going to be Call of Duty World War II on my first stream, and I'll be playing a wide variety of gameplay, including, yes, I'm going to be trying out Gun Game. Then I'll probably do some War, some Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, and maybe a few other things. So it's going to be a full-on early stream of Call of Duty tomorrow. It's kind of the last hurrah for that game. And if you wonder what I mean by that, I mean, it's really the last chance for me to play it, because I'm going to be playing a lot of new games starting Tuesday. To the point where probably it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks before I even get a single moment of downtime in order to do something to kind of fill in the cracks, you know what I mean? So that being said, more than likely, if you want to see me play, Call of Duty, you should definitely tune in tomorrow. All right. Monday night will be the conclusion of Bully. And yes, I know the bully playthrough been going on for about a week, and it was supposed to end, and it didn't. I'm going to wrap it up Monday night. There's only about 3 to 4 story missions left, plus a few side content pieces that I want to finish, like finishing the classes and trying to get a few more achievements that I've worked towards toward the entire course of the playthrough. All right? So, that's Monday. And then Tuesday, finally, guys. Tuesday, finally, we've got the premiere of new games with Sea of Thieves on the Xbox One, and then South Park: The Fractured Butthole's first story-based DLC, something about Casa Bonita. That's going to be premiering on my second stream. So, double new stream day on Tuesday, and I will be doing co-op with viewers. There's actually been people who've been posting up on my forums at thekingofhate.com if they've wanted to do co-op with me. And so they're going to have an opportunity to do co-op with me on Tuesday, starting Tuesday, in Sea of Thieves. And I'm going to be doing that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, just like that. Sea of Thieves earlier in the day with co-op with viewers, and then at night, South Park. Okay? So it should be pretty fun, and we'll see what happens. It should be a great week. Then I'm going to be having Friday off. Friday is my day off this coming week to recoup a little bit. But then on Saturday, I'll return with the premiere of Ni no Kuni 2. So this week is chock full of new games and gameplay for you guys. The stream should be popping. People should be pretty interested. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. I'm looking forward to a lot of fun this week. And I hope you guys are as well. Okay, so there you go. A good week coming up, right? All right, so, all that being said, fun week. And I want to say thank you to all of you who come out for my streams, no matter what I play. Of course, those of you who come out for particular things, thank you as well. Thanks for being supportive as of late. I think it's time for quick plugs, and then to get to shoutouts, and then we can get right into gameplay, all right? I don't want to do so long of a pre-stream, although, again, it's going to be more dependent on what you guys say with your cheer subs and tips that I have to react to on pre-stream. Some people have said, oh, your pre-streams are too long. Well, my pre-streams are usually done within 15 to 25 minutes. It's the shoutouts that end up taking a ridiculous amount of time. So, you know, it is what it is. This is how you do interactive streams, guys. It's just how it works, okay? All right. Let's do some quick plugs, and then we'll get to the shoutouts, all right? So, folks, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your viewership, both on Twitch and on YouTube. I appreciate it very much, and I hope that you guys enjoy the stream. If you would like to go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer and maybe contribute a little bit more in aiding me to allowing me to keep doing this full-time as a job and giving you free content and free fun streams every single day, there are several ways that you can help out, all right? The first being Patreon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil, where your monthly pledges to my Patreon campaign directly help me afford the cost of operating this business. For example, the cost of internet, the cost of electricity, the cost of all the games. I mean, I'm going to be buying, in the next 2 weeks, 4 games, and then I'm also going to be getting Microsoft Game Pass. So, see what I mean? A lot of costs involved in operating this business and staying in line with all the new releases and everything. There's also equipment costs. You know, controller dies, monitor dies, need more storage space for a hard drive, etc. All these things come into play constantly, and it's your contributions via Patreon that allow me to, you know, help, at least, to afford all that stuff. The cool thing about pledging to my Patreon is it's not just like, oh, I'm pledging and that's it. You get something for it. You earn personal perks based on your pledge level. So, for example, some of the perks: getting text or verbal thank yous in my YouTube videos, getting premium forum access so you can nominate and vote on games for ongoing events. You can get your Q&A questions, you know, question and answer questions on my Q&A show answered for sure. You can get a private Q&A video made. All these things are amazing. I'm not going to go into full detail. Check out all the details at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. But know that if you do contribute to my Patreon, it helps tremendously. Okay? So thank you guys very much. I do appreciate it. And check it out. Thanks to everyone who's an ongoing pledgee. And if you consider, you know, doing it as well, thank you very much. Number 2, there's my Teespring shop, where you can buy all kinds of fun merchandise. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, all kinds of fun stuff. All designed by my viewers and fans. Right now, the current new line of product has some really awesome stuff like that Sonic the Hedgehog kind of parody logo. Anything you buy from my Teespring shop, I get a pretty sizable commission for, and of course, you get a cool collectible, right? So please give it a look. And if you do happen to buy anything from my Teespring shop, FYI, if you send me a picture via social media, you know, my Twitter is @theycallmeDSP, I'd be more than happy to share that with my over 25,000 Twitter followers so they can see, you know, what the stuff looks like in real life. Okay? Okay. By the way, folks, I will say this. Sadly, people are telling me, even people who are just normal, like, stream viewers, are getting spammed by annoying assholes and bots, saying that they're just trying to watch, and they're getting all these messages saying, go to this website to see who DSP really is. And you click on it, and it's some slanderous, negative, toxic website that totally, you know, just regurgitates all the garbage memes and stupid, dumb shit that people have said about me over the years that's untrue. So if that does happen to you, please, number one, report those people for spam, because that's exactly what it is. It's illegal. It's against the rules of Twitch. And then block them so they don't harass you anymore. And chances are, within a day or two, they'll all be banned from Twitch. So you don't have to put up with that shit anymore. Or just turn off whispers, which is also the ability to just turn off whispers in general on Twitch. I did that so I don't get spammed, so. Okay, last but not least, folks, obviously if you're here live on the stream, and you're really liking the stream, in particular today, a very different kind of stream, you know, Street Fighter 2, my forte, and you want to get a shout out, you can either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel and click the share button afterward, or you can tip me. If you do any of those things, I'll give you a verbal shout out during the stream. Now, keep in mind, it's going to be very difficult to do shout outs during actual matches, all right? But between matches, there's a lot of dead time, especially with this game. To find matches and stuff could be a pain in the dick. So, FYI, I will be having a lot of time for shout outs between the matches. So, yes, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I will give you a verbal shout out. Now, keep in mind some criteria. Number one, please try to keep it concise. If you cheer with a giant paragraph, I'm probably not reading the whole thing. Just giving you a shout out there, or giving you a heads up there. Number two, please try to keep it positive. Try to keep it at least on topic. Can you ask me a question? Absolutely. Can you ask me something incredibly personal that I'm obviously not going to answer? No. Can you say something negative, an insult? No, I'm not going to read that kind of stuff. All right. So try to keep it nice. Try to keep it positive and concise. The other thing, if you want a visual recognition as well as the verbal recognition for your contributions, well, if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button, which will give you the kind of, you know, subscription notification pop-up for all of us, or if you tip me $5 or more, if you do any of those things, you'll get an on-screen thank you notification pop-up as well. Animations that were designed by viewer and chat mod Popsicolo. So shout out to him for creating those for us. Very nice of him. Okay. All right. So, it's going to be a fun stream, guys. Two things I want to bring up before we get to shout-outs. Number one, we are currently doing a big push to get subs here on the channel this month. The goal that we're trying to hit is 500 subscribers. We're at 442 and growing. It's been going up recently. People are excited to see new games finally hit this week, excuse me. So, I'm excited too. You know, subscribing to the channel gives you access to all of the very fun custom emotes that you see people using in the stream chat constantly. In addition to that, it gives you the cool chat crown, which is my subscriber badge for the chat. So please consider subbing. Thank you for your support, everyone who has subbed before. Let's keep pushing. Hopefully we can hit 500 by the end of the month. We've got just about under 2 weeks left, and it's definitely doable because we've only got about 50 or so subs to go. All right? That's number one. Number two, folks, I promise I'll try to keep this as concise as possible. Coming up in April, I've got a big issue. Taxes. All right? Normally, it's not a big issue for me. Normally, it's all taken care of. It's not a big, you haven't heard me talk about taxes in April pretty much ever. It's never been an issue. I always have enough money to cover everything that's going on. This year, not so much. Reason being, because I had an accountant who screwed me over for 3.5 years that I've been living here in Washington State. He didn't do my taxes properly, and I now owe a bunch of back taxes because of it. In addition to that, I now owe more federal taxes because you guys helped me out at the end of last year to pay off the first big payment that I owed for these back taxes for the state of Washington in January. But because of that, my yearly income for 2017 went up. So now I owe more federal taxes, plus back taxes for the state, plus my first payment for 2018 for federal taxes, all in the month of April. Usually, no lie, I owe about 1/3 of what it looks like I'm going to owe this year. So I'm pretty screwed to the point where I know I don't have enough money right now to pay it. You know, what I'm trying to do right now is scramble and put out as much entertaining content for you guys as possible and raise as much as I possibly can between now and April so that when these bills hit, I have the funds to pay them. All right. Real talk, I need your help right now because if I can't pay my taxes and if this becomes a rolling issue this year, by the end of this year, if I can't pay them, there's a strong chance I'm not going to be able to live here anymore, you know? And it's not my fault. It's some asshole who screwed me over and I have no recourse. I don't have the money or time to sue the guy. It's just not worth it. So the best thing I can do is stay positive, keep putting out fun streams for you guys on a daily basis, and try to appeal to you for help. All right? So what can you do to help? It's very simple. I've already mentioned Patreon. You can pledge to my Patreon. I've already mentioned Teespring. You could buy something from Teespring, or you could tip me during today's stream. If you tip me, all right, there's two ways to do it. You can either look below the stream. There's a section there with all the information. You know, it's got my stream rules, links to my websites and the like. There's a section there that says tips. If you click on it, you can either leave an anonymous tip or you can leave your name and a message so you can get a shout out during the stream, all right? Or if you're on a mobile device, maybe you can't see that. So the other method would be type in !tip into the stream chat. And you will get a pop-up in the stream chat where you can click on it, and then it'll bring you to the tips page where you can do the same thing, all right? Why these methods? Why are these the best ways to help? Because anything you do via Patreon, Teespring, or tipping me, I get those funds right away. And right now, it's the final crunch. I've got less than a month to raise as much as I possibly can to help out with my taxes in April. So now is serious crunch time, and I do seriously need your help. So if you can, and you like what I'm doing, you want to see me continue to do these fun streams, free stuff on a daily basis, you want to see me keep my house and not get completely screwed over in life because of this asshole, this is the way that you can help contribute, all right? All right. That's it. Now, let us do some shout-outs for those who have cheered, subbed, and tipped already on today's pre-stream, and then we'll get started with Street Fighter gameplay. Sound good? So there you go. 26 minutes, actually just hit 27 minutes. I'm done with pre-stream. So now everything else is shout-out. So if this goes over an hour, you can't blame me. Don't shoot the streamer. You know, I was done saying what I needed to say. Now it's time for shout-outs. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. Let me scroll all the way down. All right. So first of all, thank you to Dank Whistler, who was our first cheerer of the day. 75 bits. Thank you very much, Dank Whistler. Then Aussie Sly 47 Adam did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Aussie Sly. And then Infinite did a 200-bit cheer. So thank you, Infinite. And by the way, Infinite became the cheerleader with that 200-bit cheer. So thank you, sir. Then we had YOLO Dopper, who cheered, said, glad to see Salty Sundays back. My wife is actually watching your stream as she is an avid Street Fighter player. There you go. Very nice. Bear Templar cheered 50 bits and said, was wondering if the olive branch you offered is over. I offered an olive branch in January to people who, like, regularly stalk me and do nasty things to me and basically make it their entire lives to obsess over me and say negative shit about me and spin things negatively about me. And they made no effort whatsoever to actually abide by that olive branch. They literally just kept doing what they were doing, saying slanderous, negative things about me. They tried to dig up, dirt about my girlfriend. So I'm sorry, but, they didn't abide by the rules. Now, I personally have not really cared and done anything about any of it. As you guys know, I'm here every day streaming. I very rarely mention any of it. I don't care about it. If I could, I would stay out of it, forever, eternally. I don't ever want to be involved in it. It's very rarely when I have to bring any of that stuff up. The olive branch, per se, never went away. It's just that no one ever used it. People basically pissed on it. So there you go. I offered something mature, something, genuine, something that I definitely wanted to take seriously because I just wanted to have a good life here with my girlfriend. And instead, people just decided to go about their merry way doing malicious shit to me. So There you have it. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the people on the other side, dude. Bowser Chomp just cheered and said, Phil, why won't you share anything with us? What is this personal stuff you have to do? Feels like you're only sharing what benefits you instead of being honest like you always like to say you are. Bowser Chomp, you are an idiot. I'm sorry, but you are. I mean, it's so obvious what you're trying to do, and none of us are this stupid. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, for 10 years, I have shared pretty much everything going on with myself and my life with you guys. 10 years. All right? A 10-year legacy. And everyone knows it's backfired. People use that information against me to do negative things, to slander me, to say things out of context, to spin things in a negative light. They've doxed me. They've swatted me. Not just me, but my friends, my family. They've attacked me, in every possible way that you could think of. I've been attacked in every direction, all right, by these sickos on the internet. So, in the last year, I purposely chose to stop revealing all that information. Now, I share with you a lot of things relating to my streaming and my business, etc. But a lot of things that I do, in private, I don't mention. Kat moved in over a month ago. So far, there's 2 pictures of her and 1 video. And that's it. Why? Because I know what would happen. If I constantly had her sharing stuff in my content or whatever, it would just be endless negativity and nastiness and attacks against us, right? So it's that simple, all right? I'm not going to be sharing every little thing anymore. And I announced this last year, and I gave you full examples of reasons why and examples of why it would be horrible if I did. And everyone kind of agreed, but then you got someone like Bowser Chomp who wants to act like a jerk and act like I'm being some kind of a sneaky fuck who just doesn't want to share everything. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously, Bowser Chomp? Like, you're a dick. I mean, you really have to be a moron to think that. I mean, and the thing is, he doesn't. He doesn't think that he's just doing it to try to get a rise. But, hey, it is what it is. People are stupid. This guy is really stupid. Okay, and then he did another cheer. I'm not even going to address it, because after reading the first one, it was so stupid. I'm not even going to address the next one. Enough with this idiot. All right, shout out to Big Tone, who tipped me $5, which, by the way, it's time to update the stream stats. He is the first tip for today. Thank you, Big Tone. Very nice. So thank you. And Big Tone says, hope the stream goes well today, Phil. Don't know how long I can stick around. Well, good to see you, Big Tone, and thank you for your contribution. For as long as you can stick around, I hope that it is entertaining to you. 44K Panda did a 50-bit cheer and says, sup, Phil, I'd really like to see you do a few rounds with Cammy if you could. Fair enough. Fair enough. Why don't I start with Cammy then? Since you're the first person to put in a request, I think I will probably play a match or 2 with Cammy, and then maybe we'll mix it up and switch it up. But we'll start with Cammy. There you go. All right. Master Saru cheered and said, did you receive my email about Sonic Mania Plus? I think it could be a good mini weekend stream, and don't forget to keep it salty when your body the scrubs today. Yes, I did hear about Sonic Mania Plus. However, I'm not really hearing any news about the game getting any new content. All I'm hearing is it's going to be new characters to play in the same game. And that's a little disappointing because I already beat Sonic Mania twice. If you guys remember, I beat it first with Sonic, and then I beat it with Knuckles. So I've already played through the entirety of the game twice. To replay the game again just because there's 2 new characters being added doesn't seem like anything significant to the point where I should play extra or pay extra money and then play the game again. Now, if it is announced, we've added 2 new worlds and, new boss fights for the new characters, okay. But if that's not added, then I'm probably not going to be replaying the game. It's the same game. All right. Shout out to Juice Blocks, who cheered and said, I'm a rich oil tycoon. Please have some of my money. Thank you, Juice Blocks. Gidgetf, what a name, cheered and said, what game is the most asked for you to play here lately? There has not been a consensus. It's actually interesting you're bringing that up because yesterday I was like, well, Burnout Paradise is pretty boring to the point where people aren't going to want to see it anymore. What do you guys want to see? And literally I got bombarded with 1 million requests for 1 million different games. To the point where there really was no consensus. But one of the games brought up was Ultra Street Fighter 2, and I said, all right, you know what, fair enough. If people really want to see Ultra Street Fighter 2, I'll play it. So that's why I'm doing this today. There you go. And Hail Hydra tipped me $1 and says, what are your thoughts on the new Sonic Racing game coming out? I don't know anything about it. The last Sonic Racing game that I'm aware of that came out was released in 2012, right? And it wasn't it the game that was in conjunction, if on Xbox it was like Sonic Riders, but then it also had a version that didn't need like Kinect functionality, and it was like transforming vehicles or something. I don't know. I never played. I saw it at E3 when I went to E3 in person in 2012, but I never actually played the game, I don't think. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a feeling at all about a new Sonic Racing game because I don't know too much about it. There you go. YOLO Dauber just cheered. He says, can you play a couple of matches with Akuma to actually show all the people doubting your word about how broken he is? No. I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to, for 2 reasons. Number one, because it's not fun to play with. All you literally do with Akuma, you stay at mid to far range and you throw an angled air fireball, okay? Then, when you get close, low roundhouse, buffer into fireball. And then you jump back again and do it again and again and again. That's the entirety of top-level Akuma gameplay. It's mindless, and it has nothing to do with the actual gameplay of Street Fighter 2 at all. That's why he was banned from every tournament ever, because he's broken as fuck. The 1 or 2 tournaments he was allowed in, they immediately rebanned him, because he's so ridiculously overpowered, okay? That's not what I want to do. And if I did that, all you would see on the internet, Phil's a hypocrite. He complained about Akuma, but look at this match where he picked him and did the same shit. So no, I'm not going to do it. You don't need to see me do it. You can see other people do it against me nonstop. Because trust me, we will face a bunch of these today. We will. Shout out to Ross Hardy, who cheered 100 bits and says, how are you? A new dating simulator came out. It's called Super Seducer. It's utterly hilarious. No, I'm not playing it. I've heard about it. People basically tell me it's really bad. It's basically very offensive. And I guess some people are even wondering if Twitch terms of service will actually get rid of this game for being able to be played on Twitch. I have no interest in this trash. I'm not playing it. There you go. Oh, by the way, apparently we've increased in subs. It's gone up by 1. I don't know when, because I didn't see any new subs on stream. So I think what happened is someone subbed but didn't click the share button. Therefore, you know, we didn't know, but we're up to 443 subs. So thanks, guys, for that support. I appreciate it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can believe it, that is it for shoutouts. We've actually completed the shoutouts. So I guess that we're done. Now, I guess that is it. What we'll do is we will get set up here, boot up the game, and get started. Oh, never mind. Juice Blocks just cheered 100 bits and says, people keep whispering me not to cheer, so here's another one. Yes, it's very funny because these people who constantly harass people who cheer, sub, or tip me seem to don't understand that when they do so, people are more motivated to do it again. And so here you go. Here's Juice Blocks being harassed by a bunch of idiots. He cheered again on purpose. So thank you, Juice Blocks, for that cheer. I appreciate it. Again, guys, if you are being messaged and bombarded by trolls, all right, yes, if you guys are having issues with trolls mass attacking you, please, folks, please go ahead and block them and report them. Get them off of Twitch, okay? I can't help it. I wish there's something I could do to help you. I can't, but you can. It's in the power is yours, as Captain Planet would say, okay? Orcs or Dorks cheers it. Did you hear about some guy who went viral criticizing you played you in Street Fighter 2? I don't even know what you're talking about. There's probably about 4 million people who have talked shit about me in Street Fighter, claiming they've beaten me in Street Fighter. And fair enough, there's probably a ridiculous amount of people who have beaten me in Street Fighter. Going viral talking shit about Street Fighter is pretty lame. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know anything in particular about anyone recently who that's happened, because in particular, I haven't played Street Fighter at all recently. So anyone who's even done that, it wouldn't even make any sense. So who cares? Who cares what these morons do? Seriously. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think we're done, folks. It's time now to end the pre-stream. Thank you for all of your contribution. Oh, wait, hold on. Yusuke 14K just did a 1500-bit cheer. Wow, you are obviously the cheerleader. I will update the stream stats in just a moment. He says, here's my cheer for the month, and I'll be trying to find you in this game. My name is Yusuke. Okay, I'll keep my eyes open for a Yusuke and see if we can find you to play some matches. Thank you very much. Let me update the stats here. Very generous of you, sir. I appreciate that contribution. All right. I think it's time. We are now done with pre-stream. And let's begin. Let's see what matches we can find. I think I'll try to start out with Cammy. Since I got that request, maybe we'll start off with Cammy, see how I do. Maybe mix it up. We'll find out. Again, guys, I'll reiterate this. This stream is not about me getting non-stop wins. If I wanted to get non-stop wins, I would pick Akuma or I would pick Honda constantly and just mash 100 hands and headbutts. You know, there's ways that you can win online in Street Fighter 2 that are pretty cheap. It's not about that. For me, I want to play a variety of characters. I want to try to have fun. If I lose a ridiculous amount, I don't even care. I don't care about win-loss ratio. I don't care about the stupid online ranking points. They're all meaningless to me. I just want to have fun, maybe teach you guys a few things about the game, and show you some impressive stuff if I can manage to pull any of it off in the incredibly laggy environment that this game has. So I guess we'll find out, okay? Are we good? All right. Thank you guys very much. And let us begin. Salty Sunday, Ultra Street Fighter 2. Let's get it on.